Alright, it's that time once again for another Wintergrass Defense, April 21st, 2025. Looks like I'm on my Druid. Balanced Druid for the win, right? We got 2 balance on our team. They have 1. Looks like we've got a bunch of heals, 8, and they got 9. Don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe, and notification bell. Looks like they got 1 tank to worry about. I don't see the warrior tank in our face right now. The biggest thing about Boomy is you got to always be casting ABC, right? Spamming whatever you can, right? Make sure you get your dots on every target that you focus on. Hit Starfall anytime you got enough Astro Power for it. Sometimes you want to stack it up so you can get like 3 or 4 stacks on it as well. Obviously, you're going to hit your Incarn and your Wild Mushrooms there too. The mushrooms help slow the targets around too. That prevents them from running away, and they get to stay in your AoE a little bit longer. We're trying to push them off this flag. I got top damage in this team fight right now. Look at that, 100 million damage. Broke the top. Yeah, whenever the veterans are not in here, of course I can top the meter. I still don't know exactly what I'm doing here on Druid, but like I said, I'm learning, and that's how it goes. The biggest thing I have with Druids is all the different forms, right? Between going Moonkin and then Bear form and Cat form and all that good stuff. Some of the spells you can't cast in certain forms. I don't know. It just kind of gets to be a pain in the neck, really. Also, if you are rooted or slowed, you can shapeshift out and it will remove the root or slow. But if you are not in the right form and you get stunned, you could get obliterated too. So there is that. Obviously, when you're on Boomy, there is a lot more action for you to do, just because if you can stay alive and all your healers keep you alive, you can just sit there and tab target and do shit tons of damage. Our other Boomy is trying to beat me now. He's got up there 180 million. I just broke 200. I'm going to have to step up my game here if I want to stay on top. Yeah, buddy. He's catching up big time. Obviously, you can tell which Boomies know how to play versus ones that are just still trying to figure out everything. I wonder if Blizzard's little rotation thing is going to be useful. Granted, you may not want to use the one button one, but it is going to have the one that's going to say, hey, this ability would be really good to cast right about now. I was overtaken. Matt X beat me in that team fight there by the time we start pushing here. I'm really going to have to start pumping up my game if I want to take back the #1 spot. Yeah, he's starting to get ramped up. You get your dots on so many targets, and then that's just free damage because you can just cast any other ability while those dots are still ticking. So if you get your dots on, 10, 20, 30 players, that's just damage coming in passively while you can sit there and still actively cast other abilities to get more. Looks like Warlock's off to the side. That is another thing, too, about Boomy. Like, normally these matches here, like Wintergrass Defense, usually last about 21 minutes, right? Well, let's see how long this video lasts, because there's not a whole lot of stuff you can cut out whenever you are in the thick of the action. I guess you could say 10 years later and skip past a bunch of this stuff like right now, but, that's what happens whenever you get that much damage going in and out all the time. There's really no good spot to cut out, really. Unless you just totally want to skip some of the team fights. We're doing some pretty good damage. I took back the #1 spot for a minute here. Pop off. There we go. Try to prevent them from getting any vehicles. They do have a catapult back there that is shooting us from way back there. Not very good idea for the catapult to be all the way back there, especially when the fire does way more than the blight. We have a demo that's inside of their workshop to try and prevent any more vehicles being built. They do have 3 vehicles somewhere. I don't see them over here, so they must be in another spot on the map. Trying to take out their Boomies, right? Looks like their Boomy is #4 on the damage meter. We got a Ret Pally up there, too. Ret, I feel, is in a pretty good spot. They had a huge buff, man, and then were way OP for quite a while whenever they got their rework done. I'm going to trinket and go Bear Form here. Bear Form should keep me alive. Yeah, I think I'm okay for now. Swap back to Boomy. Start popping off some damage. Watch out for these stuns. I just got Hammer of Justice. Yep, it's over with now. Should be putting my mushrooms down. There it goes. Sometimes, like I said, hindsight is 2020. You watch what you do and say, hey, I could have done this better. I also noticed that I'm very bad with putting up my mark. I hardly ever put that buff up. I see it there is Alt-4 on my buttons on the bottom of the screen. Nice, I got cocooned. Now I can pop off a little bit, hit Incarn. Problem is, it's like once I have my dots on everything and Starfall is not available to be casted, what do? I guess you look to see which kind of magic you're going to be doing the most damage for, either Wrath or Starfire, depending on which proc you've gotten, right? You just got to watch that. I got a little bit of the info on the screen at the bottom there. I'm going to hit Wrath a couple times. I don't have any of them procced right now. It looks like there's a couple charges on the right and one on the left for Wrath. Now we're good. Now I should start spamming Starfire, which I am. Yeah, you can see it's lit up too. It's got a little bit of cursor rolling around it. Around the outer edges of the ability in the toolbar at the bottom. 0 is what I have it on. I'm spamming the shit out of it. Hey, sometimes, man, you got to look and see what's lit up, right? I mean, everybody always jokes around and says that as a balanced druid, all you really need to do is sit there and spam Starfall, but problem is, if you don't have enough astral power, you can't even hit Starfall. So there are other buttons you actually need to hit. I believe you get some astral power every time your dots tick, as well as one of you land another ability. We have taken out the East Tower already. Now let's finish them here at the graveyard. We do not want them to stick around and easily backcap the workshop. We want to hold on to those build slots for at least a little bit, right? Some of them are trying to run out the back. I'm going to have to chase them down. I'm still on top for damage. 450 million, and they got 402 for Matt X. It looks like the enemy team's at 330 right now. Long as I can keep a little bit of a lead, I might be able to finish this one as top damage for the match, right? Obviously, you seem to do more damage outside of the vehicle. Now, if there was a ton of them stacked up, Catapult would be hitting them up with the fire as well. But right now, we're still pushing ahead, trying to get all the stuff down. We got the South Tower down. Pushing over to West Spark. Hunter's in the corner there. Make sure he's not going to stick around here and try to backcap and try to hide and go stealth. Finish him here at the graveyard. We're taking out West Tower. We're pushing Broken Temple. Looks like Alliance are hitting up the South Gate. South Gate's already halfway down. We're on the process of capping BT. Reclaim this workshop. It gets us more slots. There we are. 14 out of 20. Max build. Make sure to take out the ones running back from the graveyard too. The graveyard's a little bit further away when you're at BT and SR. They're not literally on top of the workshops like East and West Spark. Nice. I'll take the killing blow on the Prot Pally. Demon Hunters over here. Finish off Shadow Ban. They are destroyed. Wow. Okay. Southgate looks like it's going to go down. Yep, Southgate's destroyed. It's actually better when they get one wall down, because then you can just fill that courtyard up and you pretty much guarantee that's where they're going to send all their vehicles. Sometimes they'll try and attack a different wall, but for the most part, they're all going to try and rush into the wall that's down or really close to being down. We can get in here and fill up the courtyard. I can start popping off some damage again now that there's more targets for me to hit. I need to put Sunfire and Moonfire on targets, though. Got to get them dots ticking. See all them yellow numbers, man. They're not huge numbers, but they all add up at the end. They're all clumped up pretty good right now. Starfall's hitting quite a few of them. I guess Starfall only hits targets you are in combat with as well. Because I seem to recall it doesn't pull the entire dungeon whenever you hit it inside of dungeons and PvE content. Oh man, they pulled me in. I'm still alive though. Should be okay. DK is history now. Starting to clear out the courtyard. We got to do this for another 7 minutes, man. Yeah. Lots and lots of time to run off the clock. They do have SR and East Spark cap now, so they got total of 8 vehicle slots once they build up. Problem is, for them, looks like they're rushing in with their vehicles only 4 at a time. It's a lot easier to take out a wave of 4 Get some vermin and Bieber in the front yard. Clean them up. Okay. Let's do it to it. Finish them. Taking on Red Salt. Looks like Lisa's down there too. The mage. They actually brought some catapults. Interesting. Don't really see too many catapults whenever you don't have a lot of slots. But granted, they did just cap West Spark, so they're back up to 12 again. So having a couple catas may not hurt them too bad. Obviously, they got to break past this defense, though. We got a pretty good lineup right here that's holding them and stopping them from actually getting even into the courtyard. Looks like the monk hit Touch of Karma. Got to wait for that or DPS through it. Finish them there. Stopped another one. Here comes another demo that goes down. Take out the mage there that was in it. Demon Hunter is going to go down next. Finish them. Got them. Still haven't taken out the healer yet. Those priests, though, right? Tried to do a root beam there. Didn't quite work out. Did we get them down? Yeah, we actually got them. Now we're pushing back a little bit more. We got some catapults coming in to drop some fire on them healers. There you are. Wow. Yeah. Definitely fire is still pretty strong with the catapults. That's pretty much been the only thing that has kind of scaled okay in this battleground throughout this entire expansion here. Obviously, whenever the season first started, we actually just started in Season 1, vehicles were like a godsend, man. They could actually live, they could do damage, they could take out players, and then they got nerfed into the ground within like 3 or 4 days. Pretty crazy. I wonder how they never do any testing in PvP and how it got so bad that they thought they needed to nerf it 90%. Insane is what it was. I guess now we're going to start pushing back to SR. Got to run out the clock another 5 minutes yet. They do have BT now. So that's going to give them all the vehicle slots that they can muster. So they only have 8 out of 16 built right now. Taking out the Siege Engine. Siege Engines don't really do too much in this battleground. I think the main reason people like to use it is just because of the large health pool for it. Obviously, it doesn't do as much damage to the gate as the demos, but you could use it and use that gunner to try and take out some players. The gunner still hits pretty hard for sure. Inside the Demolisher, your ranged or healers can actually ride in shotgun sides and actually use their abilities from inside the vehicle to either heal or DPS. Looks like the Siege Engine did make it through, but we got so many people from here to our south gate. If I don't take it out, somebody else will. I'll take the killing blow on the Hunter. I am in the top damage spot right now by 100 million. Yeah, see if I can keep it. 3.5 minutes to go. Very possible I could end this one with the top damage. Granted, like I said, there wasn't a shit ton of competition in this one either. I only had one other boomy to sit here and fight with besides the Alliance one. Looks like they only have one druid as well. We have 3, but one of our druids is feral. Feral is pretty nasty with some of the bleeds, but it doesn't do anywhere near the damage that boomies are doing as far as AoE to massive amounts of targets. We're starting to start chasing down the Shaman. Shaman's dead. We got the vehicle down. There's a couple more healers going up this way. Where are they trying to go? Just keep a front right in front of them so that way they can't get through. Try to disengage away. I'm going to have to go into cat form and run. I made it though. That is another thing too. There are a few escape plans you can use as a druid. Just got to learn what's the best order and when to actually shapeshift out of form. If you shapeshift at the wrong time and get stunned, you're probably going to be a history. Especially if it was against a rogue and they got the full kidney shot on you, or you got the red paladin hammer of justice with that full stun with no trinket, you might be a goner. We're holding them out though. Just fight them right here, I guess. They got vehicles coming from SR and BT right now. We do have a DK that's actually getting on the vehicle that's coming from BT. It turned around. You gotta love that, right? Finish them here. They got more vehicles that actually made it through. A couple of them died already. One more in the back. It's history too. Turtle City, man. That's the problem with defense. Once you get all of the towers down, there's really not anything left for you to do but defend the base. And obviously, if you're going to have 40 people in your base defending or even close to it, it's going to be real easy to just drop the vehicles. You can use rockets to take them out. You got cannons inside the base. I mean, it's just pretty crazy to think offense can win the match too in like 2 or 3 minutes, but defense, the fastest match you're going to win is 21 minutes. We are at the 20-minute mark right around here now. Yeah. Got 1 more minute to turtle, and then we should be good. Someone was from the guild. I hate you with a passion. Alrighty then. Oh man, 1 vehicle got through, and it's history already. And Blade Lord says this. Yeah, okay. War Chief Jr., that's who you are, Blade Lord. Yeah. Let's see. We got the courtyard pretty much clear. Only a few more left to take out. They have some vehicles coming, but less than half a minute to go, so there's no way they're going to get here and even get this inner south wall down, let alone get to do anything to the main entrance. This one's pretty much in the history books. And it looks like I secured top damage. I'm not going to break 1 billion, though. It's close. I hit 900 million, though. Nice. 10 seconds to go. Pad any more damage I can get. Nope. Not going to break the 1 billion mark, but hey, I did pretty good. I did, looks like 200 million over the next DPS, and I got 21 killing blows with 0 deaths. I would say that's a victory in anybody's book. And dopamine for the top hills. May all of your random battlegrounds be epic. 1,000 battles, 1,000 victories. Until next time, GG for the Horde.